Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled 37 Mom Fired from Tech over a TikTok post. Let's get right into it.
This is a PSA to not post day in the life, get ready with me, come to work with me when you are really working. I don't care how much you blur it out, there's always going to be a slip up. If you guys know, I post content on here, Instagram, LinkedIn all the time. I have just as many followers on my other platforms as I do on here. So all I do is post content, come work with me, things like that. But I posted a video on here that got me fired. And like many other people, you want to advocate, say, hey, this is what a day in the life of a logistical analyst, procurement, whatever, right? You want to show people ask like, hey, what do you do in your day to day while you're working to see if your career is something that they want to develop in. And like this video, it was really no different than my other content, except I kind of dived a little bit deeper and obviously too deep, right? So let's get into it. So this particular video, and it might still be on my page on TikTok. I know it's not obviously on my Instagram anymore, and that's where I got caught. But this video was a particular day in the life of me greeting my employees, going through my workload, showing my phone, my work phone, and things like that. Literally knew all about the content, blurring it out, not zooming in, staying very far from the screen, right?
When are women gonna learn? You can blur your content, you can zoom out, but your employer doesn't want you posting on TikTok and Instagram, especially certain type of posts. Now, I want to do some research because this girl's a little long-winded, but the gist, you got the gist of the stuff, right? She got fired from her tech job. By the way, supposedly she makes $100K a year. I don't know if that's true or not, but she posts things like this. My 6-year-old daughter giving herself a needle, I guess. Take a look.
Come on, let me see you give yourself insulin.
So stuff like that. Why are you posting this? Your daughter giving herself an insulin shot. Shout out to your daughter. I'm sorry that she has type 1 diabetes, but why? Also, why post stuff like this? Now, she has a big red flag right here. It looks like a flower on her chest. Another red flag over here. It looks like stars on her arms. She got red flags everywhere, even a little red flag down here, okay? My point is, ladies, no one needs to see any of this stuff, okay? You need to keep your job, and you're a single mom, so you definitely need to keep your job. Stay off of TikTok. Now, I found another post that was pretty interesting. Take a look.
I'm like so over dating this age. Like, men are just not it anymore. They lack ambition, drive. They be having dirty nails, disrespectful. They lack emotional intelligence. They be lazy. It's just a no for me at this point. It don't matter where you go. It's just a no for me at this point.
And date women. I'm tired of women get online talking about all men, but y'all don't want us to say all women, all women, all women. How is it that all men have dirty nails? I don't have dirty nails. How is it that all men are lazy? I'm not lazy. I dropped over 500 long-form videos on YouTube this year alone. This year alone. And on top of that, she said men lack ambition. Weird. You're only describing the men that you attract, okay? Let's talk about the men you attract. And honestly, the men that you attract are a reflection of you, okay? Anyway, I found another video pretty interesting. Take a look.
I just want to say that it has been a very long time since I have gone on a date. And I'm talking like a date where like the other individual truly wants to get to know me. I think it's been probably like 2 years. Yes, I've gone out with people and they've considered them dates, but their only like agenda was to like have a sexual interaction with me. I don't think any of those people like truly wanted to get to know me. And I even think some of them tried to play the role like they did so they could get into these pants. You know what I mean? But I haven't had like a genuine individual like actually be like, yeah, I'm looking to date. I'm looking to do X, Y, and Z. Like, I think it's been like 2 years. Just so sad, you know? And I think I'm to the point like, I've questioned, is there things wrong with me? Granted, there probably is that I just am still.
No, there definitely is, okay? And you know me, everybody knows Shape. Shape does his research, okay? I take my notes. And the one thing I've realized here is that women think there are men walking around looking to date intentionally like they are, okay? No, we don't mind running into a woman who's wifey material, but we don't mind running into the 304s either. And the problem is when a 304 wants us to treat them like a wife, it's not going to happen. Now, if you want to be a wife, you need certain characteristics. This girl has an attractive face. I won't lie about that, okay? But what about this? Okay? Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Exhibit C. Does this look like a wife to you? It doesn't. Now, granted, she lost the weight. Shout out to her. But who knows how recent that was? I don't know how recent that was. And now she's slim. She's a lot slimmer. But she also used to dress like this. Do you really think it's men's fault that no one's trying to take you seriously? Everyone's just trying to smash? Listen, big girls get smashed too, okay? But they don't get wifey treatment. Anyway, I thought this video was pretty interesting as well. Take a look.
I think I'm going to stay single until I'm like 55 years old. I don't want any more children. I'm not pressed to get married anytime soon. I just feel like it's necessary for me to devote these next 20 years of my life completely to myself. By the time I turn 55, I'm going to find me an old man, a nice, boring old man that's tired of being in the streets. At that point, you know, my goals will be more so to settle down and, you know, prepare for that second half of life. I think I honestly kind of like owe it to myself, really. Now, I know our plan sometimes ain't God's plan. If God says otherwise, and, you know, I end up falling in love next year or something, then okay, great. So to my future husband out there, you got about 20 years to get your shit together. I think that's more than enough time. And then we can live happily ever after. Y'all probably laughing at me, but I'm dead ass. When I'm 55 years old, that's when y'all gonna finally see me do a soft launch of me and my senior citizen husband on TikTok, IG, or whatever platform is popping at that time. Don't let these men fool y'all and make y'all think that you ain't gonna be able to find a man just cause you all, please. All that nonsense they be talking about, men get better with age and women get worse, cut it out. Cause we ain't gonna talk about what you men lose as y'all get older. So let's revisit this.
You know, it's funny because it's not men versus women, and a lot of women think it is. Oh, well, you're going to lose something when you get older too, blah, blah, and you're not going to be this, and you're going to be that. Listen, the reality of it is you want a man of value. I don't care what age you are. I don't care if you wait 20 years. I don't care if you wait 50 years. Even if in your 70s, you're still going to want a man in the top 1%. If you're 35 years old right now as a woman and you're struggling, chances are what you want in a man, you don't reflect. You don't reflect the kind of man you desire. In fact, you reflect the kind of man you attract. If you only attract dudes who are losers and you feel like they're not worth your time, I got a message for you. Waiting 20 years to date a man who, by the way, you said is done with the streets and he's going to be the older, boring man. Why don't you date that man now? Why don't you go for that man that you're waiting 20 years for? Why don't you date him now? Because you say, oh, yeah, he's going to give him 20 years. So what? Is he in his 40s now and you're going to give him 20 years so he's in his 60s? Why don't you date him now in his 40s now? A lot of women, y'all don't think this through. All y'all think is that, oh, yeah, men are lying. We're the one that came up with the idea that we don't want older women. The truth is we do want older women. No, we don't. In general, men prefer younger women like women prefer richer men. That's in general. The way you like money, we like youth. You have to, like, ladies, please stop fighting this. There's no need to fight this. And honestly, the fact that you fight it is just a reflection of who you are. You are insufferable and you're disagreeable. Your job is to always have conflict and quarrel with men rather than understanding men. If you understand men, you would know waiting 20 years to find a serious relationship is a horrible idea. And in the meantime, I know you're going to get your freak on. I know you're going to have booty calls. So you're still going to be getting ran through in the next 20 years. We're not dumb. That's why you came to TikTok, for attention. We're not dumb. Anyway, I thought this was a pretty genuine video from this girl who I've covered before in the past. Take a look.
One of the hardest things about dating and being single is that you're constantly going through a cycle of someone not choosing you. And for me, I think the constant cycle of rejection, essentially, right? Putting yourself out there, hoping that this guy chooses you or sees something in you where he's like, wow, she's the one. I want to pick her. I want to build a future with her. She's my forever person. When you keep going through those cycles of someone not choosing you, at least for me, it does take a toll on my confidence level, and it takes a toll on my eagerness to keep putting myself out there and keep dating. I don't know. And after a series of like rejections and being hurt in situationships, it's kind of exhausting. And you get to a point where you're like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this or if I can keep doing this, like mentally, physically. After a while, it does take a toll on you. So I'm trying to remain hopeful, but I'm reaching a point where I'm losing hope at the same time.
You should be losing hope. And I'm going to tell you why. You're not that desirable. I've covered her before. At times, she's erratic. You know, she's definitely possibly bipolar. Okay. She probably has bipolar personality disorder or something of that sort. But either way, I think she hit it on the head. It's a cycle of rejection. A lot of you women want to be looked at as wives. Y'all want men to validate you. And if you don't get men to validate you, it takes a toll on your confidence. And it should. I get all my confidence from validation from women. I'm gonna be honest with you. People want to figure out why you're so confident, why you're so confident. Bro, if you lived my life and you had the experience I had with women, you'd understand why. If you heard the things that women tell me in the bedroom, you would understand why. And when you hear it over and over again from different girls who never met each other, you would understand why. So on the flip side, if you're a girl who's constantly getting rejected by a man you find attractive, multiple men you find attractive, it should take a toll on your confidence. But here's the thing. You're waiting for the validation instead of doing the work. Put in the work to become attractive. You're not ugly, but I know you're probably just out of shape. You probably have a bad attitude. You probably have fake hair. You could do things to make you more desirable as a woman. It's not over, but what's really wrong with a lot of women is that they give up. They give up. So I understand when some women say, don't center men, don't center men, don't center men. I understand it because women just turn around and as long as men validate them, that's everything. A man's validation is everything. The male gaze is everything. But y'all don't have no standards for yourself. How about have the standard to keep your BMI below a certain point? How about keep a standard where you're going to keep your weight below a certain point? How about you keep a standard where you're going to work out in the gym a certain amount of times per week? How about you keep a standard where you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't eat certain things? How about that? There's like no discipline, but you guys want the rewards of discipline. It doesn't work that way. But shout out to her for being honest because a lot of the videos you see me cover her in, she's lying, straight capping, okay? So finally, she had a wake-up call. I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
Hey bestie, so I want to give you guys the tea on what's going on in my life right now. I've officially decided to stop dating in Miami just because everyone out here is playing games and I'm just not into it. I want something more real, you know? I've decided to open up my horizons to people outside of this country. If you're wondering how I'm doing that, well, there's Raya. You can change your location on Hinge. Where there's a will, there's a way. So anyways, I've stumbled upon somebody. I don't want to give too much detail because I'm a Cancer and you know I'm a little private. However, this person really blows my mind in the sense that I've never met anyone more intelligent, intellectually stimulating, and you're telling me all I had to do was change my location? Lord have mercy. The emotional intelligence on this man is out of this world. But anyway, I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. Yeah, I really feel like moving out of Miami now. Like I feel like my chapter here is like closed, you know? So we'll see. Hey, bestie.
The real question is, why did you go to Miami to begin with? I don't know if you're from Miami, but Miami really is a playground for the rich and the famous. You know, so yeah, finding someone who wants something serious might not be the best place. And I do agree with her traveling to find something better. Here's what's interesting that I heard her say, right? She said that she wants something real and she's a private person, yet she's on TikTok talking about dating. This is numero uno unattractive. I would never date a girl, take any girl seriously if she's telling her business on TikTok this way. Here's the reason why. Now, a lot of people look at me like, oh, you're contradicting. You talk about your business too. Well, it's my life to be on camera. It is my life, right? And I open up to my audience because I want my audience to open up to me, okay? This is a community here. We talk about things, all right? You girls are just searching for attention. You have 6 comments on this video. 6 comments. You do have 50,000 followers, but it seems like you're not popping because why you got a video from 4 days ago that got 6 comments and 50 likes? You're not that popping. You're an attractive girl, I get, but you clearly are not making some serious coins on TikTok, okay? And most people aren't either. I don't want to get into that, but you guys know short form content doesn't pay anything, okay? If you really want to make money, you got to get on YouTube. You got to get on a long form content. Anyway, my point is that the reason why it's like I don't want to deal with a girl who tells her business online is because I think she views herself like she's the center of the universe. I'm so important. People just showed up to be, this is my TV show. Get ready with me. You know what I'm saying? And the day in the life. You're nobody. What do you mean day in the life? Day in the life of me. I do this, I do that. And watch me put makeup on and watch me eat food and watch me try on clothes. You know, and TikTok benefits from this. TikTok's winning with you guys posting this nonsense. So they're making money, right? But you guys, you're just exploiting yourself for attention. It makes no sense. And I could never date a girl who has such a bird brain to expose herself for attention. Okay? If you're going to do it, at least make money. I'm making money. I'm paying my bills. And I open up a little bit, just a little bit. I don't get, every day I don't wake up, guys, watch me put on clothes and watch me brush my teeth. I don't do that. None of my videos about that. All my videos about the audience, what the audience wants to see. So if you want to see something, comment below. I could deliver more of that. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
So I'm maybe 25 in 2 months, and I feel like I've now reached the age in dating where everything could be my last. Like, I could go on a first date, and this could be the last first date of the rest of my life. Or if I'm single this summer, this might be my last single summer with the girls for the rest of my life. And that does not mean that I go and put a bunch of pressure on everything. No, I'm not doing that. But I am dating very intentionally because I do want marriage, family, all of that. So when I'm dating, if I already see that he's hit some of my non-negotiables, we're out of here. If I feel like he doesn't possess the qualities that I want my husband to possess, we're out of here. But in the meantime, I'm having fun because this is the last time that I may be single. Like, being in your single period, your single point in life could be so sad sometimes. Like this morning, I got to wake up and make my bed, and nobody has input on what type of pillows I put on the bed. It's whatever pillows I want to put on my bed, because it's my bed. I don't share the bed. It's really the little things, but I think it also just makes this point in my life more fun.
What man are you dating that complains about what pillows you put on your bed? I never even heard of such a thing. Guys, do you complain about what pillows a girl puts in a bed? I'm about to give my reaction to the shit that she's talking about, and now I'm just thinking to myself, wait, okay. I see your issue. Your issue is you're dating feminine beta men. And I won't lie, the younger men, they grew up with feminism so long. Their dads are feminists. Their granddads are feminists. Everything they've been around is about being a simp, right? How to be a professional simp. And this is why women like this are complaining about the men nowadays. They're not masculine enough. Now, my issue that I have with her is she says, hey, well, when I go on dates, it might be my last time. This might be my last time. And what I get from what she's saying is that, she might as well live her life up right now because she don't know when she's going to be in a serious relationship or not. And what that screams to me is YOLO and 304 life, that she's going to have a whole phase because she don't know when that whole phase is going to come to a complete stop because you might find the man of her dreams. Now, the problem with this thinking is you think you're interviewing a man to be your husband. It doesn't work like that. I want women to understand this. You do not choose your husband chooses you. That's number one. I'm not saying you can't choose who you talk to, but the reality of it is if you're the one doing the selection process, chances are there's not a group of men of value lining up to see if they can talk to you. It doesn't work like that. A man of value has to be drawn to you, and if he's not drawn to you, you have no shot. Okay, the people in your rotation, the men that are orbiting around you, yeah, they're losers. They're beta men. They complain about what pillows you put on the bed. That's what they are, okay? They're not men of value. Here's a girl, and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to wait to give you my remarks about what I want to say about her afterwards, but take a look at this.
Men have fallen so far off the wagon that most think that opening a door for a woman is like princess treatment, going above and beyond. Babe, that's bare minimum. Like, that's bare minimum. So the question is either who is raising the guys today that act like that, or like who raised them, or is it something in society that has changed their like perception of themselves? Because I feel like social media uplifts princess men. Like, social media thinks that men aren't treated fair. I don't even know. I don't know. But I say this all the time. I have a boyfriend, so I'm good. But I always tell him, like, I think most men today are girls. Most are princesses. Which is why women would rather be single than have to date a princess man. Why would anybody?
It's so wild to me that she has a boyfriend, but she still makes videos like girls who are single and struggling to get a boyfriend. And what it tells me is that monkey see, monkey do. If you see a woman make TikToks about princess men, you're going to do it too. It makes no sense. Red flag number one, you have a relationship, but you're online complaining about the men that are available to date on a dating market. You're not going to be dating them. Why are you worried about that? Why are you bringing single problems into your relationship talking about, oh yeah, there's a bunch of princess men. Who cares? You're dating somebody. Who cares? I don't understand it. You have no horse in this race. So the fact that you're talking about men do the bare minimum, bro, yo, this girl, whoever's dating this girl, dump her immediately. Immediately. She's definitely a liability, because I don't understand why I make content like this, right? She has 11,000, you have 11,000 followers, you got 3 comments on this video, and you're one of them. You're not a dating coach. I know you said dating advice. You're not a dating coach. You didn't add anything of value to the dating market. Princess men. All these men are beta. Us women, we do everything so right. So I feel sorry for her boyfriend. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
So quick story time, you guys, okay? So for context, this is a long time ago, like maybe 2 years ago, right? Not the boo I'm talking to now. But about 2 years ago, I met this guy on a dating app. Yes,
Not the boo she's talking to now. I don't even want to watch the rest of the video, because here's another girl in a relationship, yet she wants to tell you a story time about a man she used to date. Why are you running to the internet to an audience of 3 people trying to spill your life? Oh, my life is this, my life is that. And by the way, I want to address this too. I know I'm stopping the video, and I do want to stop this video. There's a girl on TikTok. You know how I react to these TikTok videos? There's a girl on TikTok that tried to flag my video for privacy. Oh yeah, I invaded her privacy. Mind you, she posted the video online, I reacted to it, and now she's trying to tell YouTube it's an invasion of her privacy. So YouTube is doing this audit and is reviewing that video. And it's funny to me because, one, I won't get a copyright strike. None of those things are even on the table. They're just trying to see if I violated her and doxed her. I didn't dox her. And one of the things they're going to determine it by is whether the information was public or not. This is public information. What I do is I react to and I document the crazy stuff, the delusion that's happening in modern times and modern dating. And this is one of them. So I just want to address this about her. You have a man. What is the benefit? What is the upside of telling people about some past relationship where a man slurred you out or whatever he did and it didn't work out? What's the benefit of that? You have a man. Fellas, please let me know in the comments. Do you really want to date a girl who's talking about the men she used to hook up with on TikTok for the world to see? Imagine if you're out to dinner, you bring your girl, and all she's doing is talking about men she used to hook up with to the audience and the people you guys are sitting with. Would you like that? So if it wouldn't be great in the company that you have closely and intimately, why would it be okay for the world? I don't even want to play the rest of your video because of that reason. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
This is actually for the single folks. If you got a couple you boot up, I don't think you need to hear this, but this is just a question for the single folks. don't you feel like when you're at home by yourself and you feel lonely sometimes, you just want to have like a babe to just call them out of nowhere? Like, I just want to have a babe in that moment to like call them out loud, like, hey babes, can we go and get something to eat? Or like babes, like, could you get me some water? Like, you know, like I just want to have that one person I know that I can call and be annoyed to for that little time that we have, you know, until they piss you the fuck off. But like, let's just enjoy this Delululand for like 30 minutes or something. Like, hey babes, like, I miss you. You know what I'm saying? Is that just me, or like the single folks feeling the same way sometimes? Let me know.
All you women feel the same way. Y'all preach about becoming independent women, the most educated women. Y'all could do. Y'all don't need a man. Y'all don't need a man. But at nighttime, what y'all want? A man. And this is why even attractive girls who could have a long-term relationship, but because they worked so hard to be a boss babe, guess what they end up getting in the long run? All they get is dick. So all she probably wants right now is a booty call. And I've been that booty call before. Yeah. These girls are insufferable. They're hard to deal with, hard to talk to. But when it comes to smashing and clapping cheeks, they're all for it. They're all for it. Anyway, you guys like my fashion videos? I have a fashion video here. Men's fashion. We are heading into the fall. Look at some of the fall season trends. Take a look.
If you're in pursuit of that quintessential cool guy fall wardrobe, here's what you need in your closet this season. It's no secret that fashion and menswear is in a state of preppiness right now. So what does that mean for fall? Well, to start, cricket sweaters. Of course, Ralph Lauren is the default, and there are a ton secondhand on eBay right now. And of course, rugby polos. If you're looking for some, Cotton has a great selection. I'm not saying that every single one of your fall looks should be preppy, but throwing in one preppy element and styling it in a more modern way could be fun. Next, the cool guys are definitely using green as an accent color this season, so within their sneakers, with their hats, throwing a sweater over your shoulder is a great way to implement an accent.
We're accent colors. I agree with it. Green is in style. If you guys want to buy the hat, shout out to everyone that purchased a hat. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.